The following piece is part of Uncollected, a collection of peculiar prose and poetry, a project by OLOMOPOLO Media with the support of the Embassy of France in Pakistan and the Alliance Francais.
An Apology to an English Teacher, written by Ahsan Qayyum, read by the author. I'm sorry, Professor, for submitting your paper late. I'm sorry for being smitten by love when people are dying of war. I don't want to talk about either, but I do owe you an explanation. They messaged me after days on their birthday, and they asked me to explain a poem, something about a mariner and an albatross and a smog, not too unlike Lahore, I told them. I know growing old is a privilege many don't get. I know. You and your little show don't tell fits. I'm sorry, I can't do either for this. But I promised you I'd make promises even if I don't intend to keep them. So I promise I'll try to show or tell. I can't show you anything new about the bodies in ice cream vans or all the greed and bloodthirst war that you haven't seen on your doom scrolls. I truly don't have the appetite nor the candor. I know smaller promises prepare us for the bigger ones we have opportunities for. I know I should be in the habit of thinking that it matters. My boycotts, my love, my rhyme of the ancient mariner explanations. I'm sorry to report, sometimes all of it feels like a chore. But maybe if I submitted the paper on time, the words would have jumped out of the screen and saved someone in need. But I know they can't. There's just too much, far too much blood and too much greed. But it still matters that the words were there, right? Even if there were just too many forces acting against them, even if they couldn't save anyone. For isn't a heart that loves a heart that remembers? Isn't the same heart that loves during a genocide one that remembers the wailing of the mother, the hospital, the children excited for new books before they became horrors and fettered? Sometimes all of it feels like one long thread of hurt. I remember I said once to CP, "You never even hesitated. What will you all stitch with those strings?" It was a question, but I just agreed. Sorry, Professor, for submitting your paper late. Please forgive me if you've ever been in love or have seen someone dying while you stand there, not knowing how to save them.
For other stories and poems from this collection, follow OLOMOPOLO on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube.